My God, that was needed. Jeez, honestly. Whoa. Oh, my God, guys. I love this game. I love this sport, man. I love this football club. It's just unreal. It's just Was that awful? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, honestly, man, that is just a wild situation. What an incredible game that was. If you've just joined us from the watch along, mad, crazy game. If you're just watching this back later on, maybe you've come home for the pub or your mate's house or whatever, get your comments in down below and let us know what you think about the players' performances as we go through them. But honestly, just such an important win. I need this, man, because that was such a stressful game. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I deserve it anyway. Right, before we get into it, as always, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Smash a like on the stream. Because it is a fresh stream, so we need the likes. 350 people in the building. Let's get 100 likes straight away. 35 people needed. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. In the building today, I already see Keith Island, Jimmy Grimble, Facts Over Feelings, Jamaican Problem Kid, Abihab, Darcy, Tyrese, Xavier, Melvin, the maths debater. That's a funny one, that one. Beyond Belief, Abhinav, Reese, Chrome, Anshuman, Karl, Sub to Mancunian Way, Georgios, and many, many more. Big up to everyone. I'd love to say every single name, but I'd be here for a while. And big up to Darcy as well, says, with a super chat, says, not a great performance, but second half was much better than the first. Agreed. Didn't need to overcomplicate this game with the ending it had, but we move. Big up Rodri. Facts, mate. Absolute facts. Yeah, completely agree with everything you just said. But this is the player ratings. And it's going to be an interesting one, I think. I think it's going to be a super interesting one because, you know, even like a sub like Foden come on, didn't he? Then obviously towards the end of the game. And for me personally, I thought he sounds stupid, man, but I thought he was one of our best players. I do. And he was hardly on. So let me just get the stats up so we can go through the stats. As always, I'll try and bring the stats up for you. So you guys can see them as well. Right, let's go. Okay, where's Ederson? Right, zoom in. Let me get the stats on the screen for you guys. There you go. So, boom. So the stats here, again, are on the right-hand side. That's about as much as I can zoom in. So if you can't see the stats, don't worry about it. But I'll read them out anyway. So we'll start off with Ederson today. 90 minutes played. Made one punch out. 29 passes. Only misplaced, 5 of them. 79% passing accuracy. 8 long balls, 2 successful. Won 1 out of 1 aerial duels. Yeah, again, couldn't really do too much about the goal. For me, I think that you have to ask questions about the referee there. Like, was that not interfering with play? I'm not saying it was. I'm not sitting here saying it was definitely offside. I'm just saying to me, it looked like it potentially was an interfering with play situation. So that's a little bit tricky. Other than that, had a dodgy punch out, didn't he, when he sort of punched it straight to their player and made a dodgy kick. But other than that, pretty standard. Didn't really touch the ball too much. Some of the lowest passing I've ever seen from Ederson in terms of actual numbers. But yeah, didn't really do too much. Couldn't do anything about the goal, really. The guy was stood right in front of him. And then only 1 or 2 errors, really, that I've seen. So for me, I'd probably give him 7. Yeah, I'd probably give him a 7. I think that's where you guys will probably be at as well. Elias says 6.1. McCulver Run says 6.4. Cronenberg 7.2. Yeah, as always very, very difficult to do the goalkeepers, as they don't really do too much in the City team. But there we go. Okay, let's come on to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's this one in the middle here as well. This is his heat map from the game. So he spent a lot more time in the opposition half than he did his own half. This was the bit that he fucked up on. 90 minutes played, 1 clearance made, 1 tackle. He won 3 out of 4 ground duels, and he didn't win his only aerial duel. He had a 92% passing accuracy, 3 key passes, 8 crosses, 2 successful, 6 long balls, 4 successful. 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked, and 3 dribble attempts, 2 successful. But crucially, if you can see it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. If I can zoom out, there should be somewhere like he caused the goal. I don't know if actually put it on, but normally they put like you caused the goal. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah, that's not there. But he obviously was at fault for their goal. Listen, it's difficult because he played all right, yeah. Obviously, he's never going to do mint on crossing because that's just not his game. He's not the best crosser in the world, but he done all right. Didn't do too bad. But the facts are the facts. What he did there could have cost us big time. Luckily, we got it. Now, this is fair from No Name. Walker, you say Walker did make up for his sake. He did very, very good for that. But listen, I struggle to give him more than a 6, to be honest with you guys, for me. I just think it's such a... Errors leading to goals. Yeah, I just think it was such a bad mistake. Yes, he did redeem himself. But for me, it was such a bad mistake. I'm going to give him a 6. I think that's fair, in my opinion. Elias says 5.9. Andy Hoyle says 3. Giannis says 7. 7.3 from General. Anis says 5. So I think, to be honest with you, we're probably going to be all over the place with Kyle Walker. But for me, I can't really give him higher than a 6 after that. He did do well to make up for it. I give him that. I thought he defended excellently against that speed merchant. But it's a bad mistake, and that could have cost us. In the end, it didn't. I get it. But I'm going to give him a 6. Karl says Mark Goldberry saying that City's penalty wasn't a penalty. It was a penalty, and you know it was a penalty because the guy who handballed it knew it was a penalty himself. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that one. Okay, let's move on to Ruben Dias. Zoom in a little bit more on that. There we go. 90 minutes played. There we go. 90 minutes played. 1 block shot, 2 tackles, 1 clearance off the line. Don't fully remember that. Let me know if you remember that in the chat. Let me know what minute it was in, because I don't really recall that clearance off the line, but it must be true, I guess. He won 2 out of his 3 ground duels and won 1 out of 3 aerial duels. He had a 97% pass accuracy, only misplacing 3 passes out of 109. He had 4 crosses. Not really surprising that only 1 of them was successful when your centre-back's crossing 4 times. 3 long balls, 3 successful. He also made 1 shot blocked. I've got to say, I thought he was very, very good today. I thought he made 1 really, really dumb pass. But other than that, I thought it was superb. That block that he made was unreal. I can't remember who had the shot now for Sheffield United, but the guy shot just on the edge of the box. And I'm pretty sure it was on target, you know. It was on target, and he got himself there. Hands behind his side, so he couldn't give away a penalty. Nice block. Honestly, I hear in some people, on social media saying that this guy's overrated. You clearly don't watch us play, mate, because he's not overrated. He's one of the best defenders, out-and-out defenders I've seen in this league for a long, long time. He's superb. For me, I'm going to give I'm going to put him in the 8s. Seen a few guys in the chat giving him in the 7s. But I'm going to give him an 8.4. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.4 is where I'm at with that one. Elijah 8.9, Luke 8.5. Scotty Moore says Diaz got to be the best of the world at blocking shots. Edda says 8.4. Mark N says 7.5. I've got to put him in the 8s, boys. I got to put him in the 8s, to be honest with you. No Name says Rodri absolutely took me to cloud 9. Not just you, mate. He's just saved the whole game, basically. Absolutely. But yeah, top performance from Ruben Dias. Let's move on to Nathan Ake. Don't really remember him too much in today's game, to be honest with you. 90 minutes played, 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle there, 2 ground duels, 1 out of 2, 2 aerial duels, 1 out of 2. Wow. 98% pass accuracy. Wow. 1 long ball not successful, 1 shot off target. Well, the stats indicate a sort of 10 out of 10 performance, to be honest with you. I mean, the stats there are nothing. You can't really complain about too much there on the stats. I think when he plays in that middle position role, like more central sort of thing, and I know obviously Gvardiol goes forward and then he drifts out to the left, but the thing is with Ake, he's Mr. Reliable. He's Mr. Reliable. And I don't know whether they're saying that actually. That sounds a bit sort of patronising or degrading, but if it does, it's certainly not meant to be. It's meant to be a phrase given with the utmost respect, because every single game that he plays now, I don't care who he's up against. Vinicius Jr., Mohamed Salah, Kylian Mbappe. I'm not saying he's going to win the battle every single time, but when he goes into these battles, I'm backing that he's going to come out on top. And that's crucial because it gives everyone confidence. He's a fantastic player. We signed him for 40 million, didn't we, from Bournemouth? And I remember speaking about it when we signed him, thinking, I think we might have overpaid there for 5, 6, 7 million. I mean, we look back at this signing now, don't we? What a bargain. What a bargain. He's so good defensively. Top player. It's difficult to drop him out the team. It really, really is. I mean, when John Stones come back, good luck picking a back 4. Serious. I mean, you've got a Kanji there as well, by the way. I mean, obviously, when Walker does something like that, yeah, obviously it makes it a little bit easier for the next game to make a decision. But obviously, that's just a freak. That's a once in a blue moon. You've got Gvardiol, who so far looked very impressive. Ake, who've now all of last season and so far this season is just fantastic and never makes a mistake. Ruben Dias is our warrior, is our leader at the back, and he's probably our out-and-out best defender. You've got John Stones, who's our best ball-playing defender at the football club, pretty much by far, and can also step into that centre mid position like no one else can. You've got Akanji, who again, very reliable, good on the ball, pacey, strong, very, very good, never puts a foot wrong. And they got Kyle Walker, again, similar to sort of Ake. You put him up against Vinny Jr., you put him up against Mbappe, Salas, these sort of players, and you're backing that he comes out and does well. Funny we're saying that on a day like today, but genuinely speaking, you are doing that. So picking a back four, you know, pretty difficult. Listen, Nathan Ake, match rating for me, I think he was a little, I don't know. I feel like I didn't see him as much as Diaz, because I feel like Diaz was doing more stuff, but his stats are incredible. He didn't do anything wrong. I think I'm going to give him an 8.2. I give him slightly lower than Diaz, but he still has to, for me, I still think he has to be in the 8s, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.2. Elias says 8.3. Keto says 8.3. Scotty says 8. Darcy, 7.5. Iviwe says 7.5. Edda with an 8.7. Karl Aramis says 7.9. Yeah, I think for me, somewhere around the 7s, high 7s, like lower 8s. I think that's where he needs to be for me. Okay, let's go on to Josko Gvardiol. Guys, let me know in the chat, was this Gvardiol's best performance so far for Manchester City? Possibly. Maybe Newcastle was up there, but let me know in the chat, what do you think? This is his heat map from today, and these are the stats from his game. So 90 minutes played. He made 2 ground duels successful out of 4. He won 2 out of 3 aerial duels, 106 touches, 94 passes, with a 91% pass accuracy, 2 key passes in the game, 1 cross unsuccessful, 5 long balls, 2 successful, and 1 dribble attempt, which was also unsuccessful. I thought it looked really good today. I can't lie. Listen, before the game, I'll quite happily put my hands up and say, look, I don't want to see him on that left back position. I don't think it's not really what I want to see him in a more central position where he gets a bit more time on the ball and he can pick out passes. But today, I thought he was very, very good. He slots in there very, very nicely. He really, really did. He's only, 21, 22? I think in 10 years' time, you're going to be looking at this guy thinking, what a player we've had. Genuinely do. And it's only early days, of course, you know what I mean? But you can only make predictions like this, you know, otherwise what we're going to speak about. Nice and solid. For me, probably somewhere similar to Ake, to be honest with you. 8.1, 8.2. Yeah, I'll give him an 8.2. I'll give him an 8.2. I think our defense on the whole was very good today. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame that Walker done what he done. It is, because he had a good game. Other than that, he did. And his crossing wasn't the best, but he's not good at crossing anyway. So it's a shame that he did that. Otherwise, we've had some superb ratings for our whole defense. But it is what it is. Nice performance from Gvardiol. Right, okay, guys. Match winner, Rodri. I don't even know what to say about this guy anymore. Look at the heat map everywhere. Absolutely superb. Here's another prediction, because this is a big one. Here's another prediction. By the time Rodri ends his career at Manchester City, providing he stays at City until he's 32, 33, he will be up there, if not already, in the Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Colin Bell bracket. That's a prediction that I'm going to make. Because if he keeps playing like this, there's no way you can't. He's possibly the best DM I've ever seen. If not, he's certainly in the top 2 or 3. 100%. Okay, so 90 minutes played with a goal there. Lovely. 98% passing accuracy. Only misplaced 2 passes in the whole football match out of 110. 1 key pass in the game. 3 crosses, all unsuccessful. Sorry, guys. 7 long balls, all successful. 2 shots on target. 3 shots off target. 3 dribble attempts, 2 successful. 10 ground duels, won 5. 2 aerial duels, won them both. He also made a clearance and an interception. Stunning. Stunning. And maybe when you look at the performance that he puts in today, maybe this is why people might start to understand why we might be in for Matheus Nunes. Not because he's anywhere good enough, anywhere similar in sort of ability-wise to Rodri. But I'm telling you now, if Rodri gets suspended or injured for a long period of time, there is a serious problem in this team, in my opinion. He is so good. Defensively, he holds us together. He protects the back four. The back four probably have to do double the amount of defending if he's not in the team and replacing with someone else, because he just snuffs everything out. Going forward, I said before the game, and it wasn't a joke, by the way, he's one of our best creative players in our team now, because that's what he does. He creates chances. He creates goals. He scores goals, big goals. He's just unreal. I'm going to put him... I mean, he misplaced 2 passes all game. He scored the winning goal. I mean, it's got to be in the 9s, surely. I'm going to give him a 9.2. And to be fair, if anyone wants to say, LB, why can't you give him a 9.5? How come you can't give him a 10? I don't know. I'm just going to give him a 9.2. That's where I'm at with that. I think he's just absolutely class. Scotty says Rodri's just as important as KDB. Completely agree. And you know what, Scotty? If someone said to me, I think he's more important than KDB, I won't argue with you. Because with KDB, yeah, you can put Foden in there. You know what I mean? You got Alvarez, who can obviously play there as well. But with Rodri, if Rodri drops out of that team, the drop-off is so crazy. Mad. I'm going to give him a 9.2. Big up to Darcy with the super chat. Says Rodri has gone from strength to strength, and I can see him getting better still. Unbelievable player. Already our best DM ever. Yeah, I mean, geez. Fernandinho versus Rodri. That's an interesting debate. You know what? I might do a little stream on that one. Have a little talk about the comparisons. But yeah, he's class. He's class. And you know what? I've been saying over the last couple of months, is he as good as Sergio Busquets was in his prime? And for a while, I was like, not sure. I'm watching him play now, and I think he was as good as Sergio Busquets. And I actually think maybe he was better, in my opinion. I know that's maybe controversial. Maybe that's a clippable thing. This City fan says he was better than Sergio Busquets, but name me something that he can't do that Sergio Busquets can do. He's very, very good. And look, I know I've got City bias. I'm not an idiot. I know I'm probably biased towards him, but I'm just putting it out there. You know what I mean? Right. Okay. Let's go on to Kovacic. Let me know what you thought about Kovacic in the chat. Let me just get rid of Rodri off this screen here. Okay, that's his heat map today. So, yeah, a lot more on the left-hand side, sort of in this sort of position, linking up with Jack Grealish. Obviously, Gvardiol would have been in there as well. Played 86 minutes before he got subbed off for Foden. 89% passing accuracy, 2 key passes, 3 long balls, 2 successful, with a big chance created as well. 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, 2 dribbles, 1 successful. He won 3 out of 5 ground duels, and he didn't win his only aerial duel. He made 1 clearance. And that's it for Kovacic. Solid. I knew straight away when we signed him, he ain't going to need a year, man. He ain't going to need a year to bed in. He's played for Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Chelsea. He's played 100-odd games for Croatia. He's very good on the ball. Look, I'm not saying he's not going to get better. He probably will improve as the season goes on, and he starts to understand maybe Pep's tactics a little bit more. Pep's saying, go over there, so he goes over there. He says, hold back, so he holds back. He starts to understand. He probably will. But there's not going to be some mad glow up. What you're seeing now is probably what you're going to get, maybe slightly get a little bit better. But what we're getting now is already a very, very high standard of player. He's 29 years old. We signed him for 25 million quid. I just think it's probably going to be the bargain of the season. Maybe not best signing, but in terms of bargain, come on. He's just so good. He hardly ever loses the ball. I think somewhere in the 8s for me. 8.4, 8.5. Saw EU says 8.3. General 8.3. Nam says 8. DJK 8.2. Julian 8.5. Georgios 8.2. Keto 8.5. Cronenberg 8. Yeah, we're somewhere around the 8s for me. 8.4, something like that for me. I just thought he was just, again, a bit like Ake. Is he the Ake of the midfield? Just Mr. Reliable. Probably will drop a beautiful performance now and again, but other than that, will probably just be very, very chill. Probably get 7.5s, 8s every sort of game. Top player. And the fact we got him for 25 million quid. I still remember to the day, right, that we were first linked with him, and I thought a player of his ability, we were going to pay 50 million. I couldn't believe, I could not believe, yeah, that we got him for 25. I just think it's a bargain. Right, okay, let's go on to Bernardo Silva. What's going on here? I feel like have I messed something up here? Why do I click Bernardo Silva? It brings up Manchester City's fixtures. Eh? We're having, 1 second, guys. We're having a technical issue. When I click Bernardo Silva, it didn't want to bring up the stats. It was just bringing up the fixtures. There we go. We're back online. Right, okay. Bernardo Silva here. Look at this. He's very, very, very isolated out on the right-hand side here. That's pretty. So that must, I would assume, that's probably a tactical decision from Pep or Lilo, because, you know, when we have Mahrez, when you have Foden out there or whoever else, normally it's a little bit more spread out. But 90 minutes played in the game, 87% passing accuracy, 4 key passes, 4 crosses, 3 successful, 2 long balls, both successful as well. 2 dribble attempts, 1 successful, 7 ground duels, won 4 of them. And that's pretty much it from Bernardo. No, a bit of a quieter day for me, for Bernardo Silva. You know, not an issue. Obviously, it is what it is. You know, I did say before the game, he's not really a player that gets too many goals and assists, but a decent performance. Does he get in the 8s? Maybe I'm being harsh. Not for me. I'm going to put him 7.8. 7.8 I'm going to put him at. Let's have a look at some of you guys, actually. Where are you guys on this one? 7.9 from General. Keto, 7.9. Mahat, 8. Audi says 7.1. A little bit lower there. Giorgio, 7.6. Okay. So we're a little bit, yeah, very good point. Good point, that from Kimon. Says he's just coming back from illness. Yeah, that's a fair point. He's just come back from illness. I did say that before the game as well. Yeah, I'm going to go 7.8. I don't really know if you can put him in the 8s, to be honest with you. I think you're being a bit generous there. But anything lower than sort of a 7.5, 7.4, I think probably a little harsh. But hey, do what you want, innit? Ain't that deep. Okay, let's go on to Julian Alvarez, who had an interesting game. He was winding me up a little bit in the first half. I can't lie. I know it might be stressing some of you guys out, but he played 90 minutes in the game. That's his heat map there at the top. It's very much in this sort of channel. 90 minutes played. He had an expected goals of 7.79. He had an 80% passing accuracy, misplaced 8 passes out of 4. He had 4 key passes in the game, 12 crosses, 2 successful. That ain't particularly great. 2 long balls, both successful. 3 shots on target, 4 shots off target, 1 shot blocked, 1 big chance missed. He didn't win any of his ground duels. He had 1 interception. Yeah, stats are not too great, to be honest. First half, he was winding me up a little bit, to be honest with you. Yeah, just passing wasn't quite there. Had a couple of chances that could have done better. I did think he improved in the second half. I really did. I thought he was better in the second half. Probably should have scored a couple today, if we're being honest. Not going to say any of them were... I mean, they've put it down on the stats as 1 big chance missed. I assume that was the one near the end on his left foot, which he probably should have scored. Other than that, I think most of his shots were like half chances, possibly could have done better. But look, I still maintain that he's not a midfielder. I don't think you're ever going to get him dropping 10 out of 10 performances in that position, because I just don't think he's that player. For me, he's an out-and-out striker. Did he do a job today? Yes. Did he do it a good job? Yeah, he did. He did a good job. It's a bit frustrating in the first half, in my view, but he did a good job on the whole. So for me, I'm going to be generous, which I think is generous. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think that possibly is a bit generous, given he could have had some chances in the first half. He was pretty poor. Some of his crossing was really bad, but listen, I'm going to be generous. I know that's probably a little bit on the high end, to be honest with you. Okay, let's move it on to... this is another interesting one. You guys were proper fuming at half-time. Mr. Jack Grealish. Well, some of you were made to eat your words a little bit, in my view, because I thought he set up the first goal very nicely. Okay, where is his stats? There he is. Okay, let's bring him up on screen. Let's zoom in a little bit. Just down here on the right-hand side, guys, for the stats. Running the channel very nicely. 90 minutes played, got an assist. 94% passing accuracy, only misplaced, 3 passes. 2 key passes in the game. 1 big chance created. 3 crosses, 1 successful, which obviously for the goal, and 1 long ball, which was successful. 2 shots blocked. He won all 5 out of his ground duels and won his only aerial duel, so defensively class. Very nice stats. Listen, I've got to say, yeah, I know he frustrates the life out of people. I know that. I get it. You know, we've seen the same thing with Sterling. Sterling frustrated people. But I think what we've got to realise is sometimes is that Pep clearly is happy with what he's doing on that wing. Otherwise, he'd been here now 2 years. If Pep wasn't happy with what he's doing on the wing, he won't be a football player at City anymore, or he'd be on the bench. So clearly, whatever he's doing, Pep likes. Listen, did I think he was good in the first half? No, I didn't think he was particularly great, but I didn't think he dropped a stinker. But he come out the second half. I thought he was one of our best players. He created a chance for the goal. He created a chance for the Rodri one where he sort of dragged it across with his left foot. He created a chance for Alvarez as well. And his defensive stats are always unbelievable. So for me, yeah, I'm always looking for more for Grealish. Like I said many, many times, I think 10 goals, 10 assists will be an improvement on last year. And I think that's a more than reasonable expectation, something that you should aim for. So for me, I'm going to give him an 8. And that might frustrate people. But at the end of the day, I thought he created the first goal and then he created 2 other opportunities which we could have scored from. And his defensive stats were great. I might listen. I think you can cook me if you want. You can cook me for you want. But I think Pep Guardiola would have come away from that game today thinking Jack Grealish done a really good job. In my view. Again, you guys might think that's high. It probably is a little bit high, but listen, I'm on a high after that win. Samir says, do we have the most expensive left back in Grealish now, LB? What's his best position actually to you, mate? I'm really concerned for him now. Also, Godry FC. I think his best position is probably left wing because Pep Guardiola now for over 2 years has played him left wing. And I just think that if Pep didn't like Grealish on that left wing position, he would have moved him on and he would have bought someone else in my opinion. Okay, let's go through Erling Haaland. This is, to be honest, another interesting one, to be honest with you, because you missed a couple big chances. Right, we're on the centre stats here. So 90 minutes played, 1 goal, massively underperformed his XG today with a 1.93. 3 shots on target, 4 shots off target, 1 shot blocked. Hit the woodwork once, missed a penalty, missed 2 big chances. And then you got some defensive stats there if you really care about that. Look, listen, wasn't the best day at the office, was it, for Erling Haaland today? Missed a penalty, missed another big chance, missed a couple of other chances that probably should have been in the back of the net. Ultimately, though, when he had his job, he put it in the back of the net. Could we have been a little bit more chill at the end of the game if he'd scored some of his other chances? Yes. Difficult because he scored, but he didn't have a good game in terms of finishing. I'm going to give him a 7.3. Yeah, a difficult one, that one, because I don't really know how to rate him because at the end of the day, he did score, but he didn't. He should have had a hat-trick minimum, really. I'm going to give him a 7.3. I think that's okay. And yeah, again, the number today's player ratings is going to get people wound up because it's a difficult one to judge. Some people will look at Haaland and go, well, he scored a goal, give him a 7.5 and 8. Other people will be like, missed 3 or 4 good opportunities and a penalty, 6. So it's a difficult one, man. One player that I do want to talk about, I don't normally talk about subs, but I want to talk about the subs today, and that is Phil Foden. Because let me bring this. Let's do his stats. Sack it. Right, these are his stats. Played 12 minutes. Got 1 assist. All his passes 9 were all on point. 2 key passes in 12 minutes. 1 long ball successful. 1 shot blocked. 2 dribble attempts. 1 successful. Also won 2 out of 3 ground duels. I don't know because you know how much I love Phil Foden in the midfield, and if I'm being biased, no problem. Just ignore me. I thought he was mint when he come on. I know they were tired and he was fresh. I thought he completely changed the game. And this is why I said if we would have started with Phil Foden today, I reckon we would have won that game 3 or 4-0. Genuinely. I thought it was unbelievable. And he was only on the pitch for 12 minutes. So I'm not going to give him a rating because he's only on pitch for 12 minutes. I think it's a bit silly. But he was brilliant. He really, really was. And I'm telling you, man, he's the future of that position. Can't wait to see him play there against Fulham. Okay, it's time for the Man of the Match award, voted by you, the It's LB viewers. And it's clearly Rodri, isn't it, mate? It's clearly Rodri. Rodri is the man of the match. Absolutely fantastic performance from him. Gets the goal again to save the day. Can he get any better? Can he get any better? I mean, if he does, geez, it's going to be frightening. Crazy times. If you're watching back on replay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Will there be any streams tomorrow? Possibly, possibly not. Not sure yet. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to go out and eat a lot of food, but I don't know if I'm going to do a stream. I might do one. I might do one during the day or whatever, but if there's nothing and you're wondering where the streams are, that's probably why. I'm going to go out tomorrow and eat scram. But yeah, look, listen, I'm buzzing. Great play. No Doku ball. Yeah, oh my God, no Doku, man. That's a sad time. That's a sad time, man. I would have liked to see Doku. I do think we'll see Doku against Fulham now, though. Now he's had that opportunity. But, yeah, I'm just gassed. I'm just gassed. Top of the league. Let me show you again. Let me show you again for the doubters, man. Premier League table. Table. There we go. Check this out, guys. I mean, it's so nice. I know it's match day 3, yeah, but we weren't there. We weren't there that much last year because Arsenal would top the group, didn't they? For the top the table for the whole thing. But yeah, man. 6 goals scored, 1 goal conceded, 9 points out of 9. And like I said earlier, yeah, listen, for me, we should be winning 7 in a row. We've won 3, there's another 4, and all 4 games are winnable. And I think that the only difficult one there now for me, real difficult one, is West Ham away because they've started the season very, very well and it's an away game. You should be beating Fulham at home, you should be beating Forest at home, and you should be beating Wolves away. So if we beat all them 3 and you beat West Ham away, that's 4 in a row. That'll be 7 games in a row. We'll be on 21 points. And then we go into the super, super tough place of that run. The run's crazy. So listen, guys, I'm going to stop waffling. Listen, guys, I'm going to stop waffling now. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, Sunday night, Sunday. It's a great win. It's not pretty. It was stressful, but it's a great win. City at top of the league, 3 wins in a row. We should be making it 7 if you look at the fixtures coming up. And yeah, let's see what happens, man. You got a great game to watch. It's just started now. I think has it just started now? The Newcastle game? Yeah, just started now. So that'll be a good game. Go and watch that. Enjoy it. But I'm buzzing. Yo, the big up to Bran Holt, man, says, where I am, it's tomorrow. Happy birthday. Big up Bran Holt, man. Thank you for the support, man, always, bro. And Darcy says, just imagine Pep celebrating the winner through FaceTime with the coaching staff. Yeah, that probably has happened. That probably has happened. Big up to Darcy. Big up to Bran Holt for the supers. Listen, I'm going to go. Big up to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Might be live tomorrow. Might not. Don't know. Depends what I'm doing in the day. But yeah, peace out. City top of the league. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.